and salutations.
I'm sorry, I only started it after you said salutations.
Okay. Greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome back to 4Bs.
Okay, welcome back to the Secret Design Travel podcast with David Cross Tom Holt and David Cross. Sorry, I put my name first. How terrible of me.
Wow.
And today, what are we going to be talking about today?
We're going to be talking about the Marvel Cinematic Universe and how much you hate it.
Okay, I don't hate it.
Okay.
But, okay, essentially that's our main topic, but if we feel like we've expanded that topic, we'll move into other things, but basically
Yes.
that. Raise your hands if you have watched The Avengers Infinity War.
I have not. Please do not spoil.
I actually know who dies, by the way, listeners.
Okay, just don't.
Listeners who are no one, I actually know who dies. And one of our other friends has also watched it at this point, and I actually said that I know who dies before that one friend of ours watched the movie. And so I said I know who dies, and he was like, "Don't you dare spoil!" And I would never do that. Never do that.
And then there's me. I just asked you.
Yeah, you messaged me privately.
If this insert character name here died or not.
He asked me specifically if Spider-Man died, and I said
yeah.
No, I'm not going to tell you.
I have that feeling. All right. You know what? We're not here to spoil. We're here to talk about your future for the Marvel.
Because both of us have actually not watched it.
Yeah, and you're not planning on watching it.
I'm not planning on watching it.
Because you despise the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
All right.
Because you think it's scum of the earth.
Okay. Before everyone leaves hate comments and like, oh my gosh, David Croft, we thought you were a cool guy. Actually, we didn't even think you were a cool guy. We just thought you were an okay guy. And now you dislike Marvel MCU. And dislike is a proper word. It's not that I hate. What are things that I hate?
You feel hostile towards the Marvel Universe.
No, okay, I can't think of things that I hate, but I hate racists. You know what? I hate racists. Let's just say I hate racists.
You hate racists?
No, I hate racists. People who are racist, I hate them.
Oh.
Let's just say that.
Alright, you hate racists.
Yeah, okay. So it's not like I think the Marvel Cinematic Universe is just filled with racists.
No, there's a black man in there somewhere.
Okay. It's not that. I just think like it's just that I feel that. Okay, here's why. All right, now I'm gonna explain it to you in different terms. I'm gonna talk about Harry Potter for a while.
Well, okay.
Okay. I don't like Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now let me talk about Harry Potter.
Well, that's
okay.
No, we can't just change it right there.
No, well, this is gonna help us all understand my thinking. Okay, so I as any kid grew up reading Harry Potter, and then I was after I read certain books I would watch the movie, and I did that as a kid when I was like when I was young. Well, I don't know, I guess I was like in early primary school years, maybe like I know my sister read me the first book when I was 7 years old, so maybe I started reading them when I was like 8, and then I went on doing that until like I was 10 or 11 or so probably.
Are you tearing up?
No, I'm hiccuping actually.
All right.
That you know what? Ironically, that is also something I really, really hate. I absolutely despise the hiccups.
I mean, who doesn't?
I feel like I'm choking when I get the hiccups. Okay, you just made a dog panting sound.
Alright, well, I tried to make a choking noise.
Okay.
I have choked before, fun fact.
Oh, that's not very fun. It is a fact, though.
You were there.
What?
You were there.
This makes me sound very bad.
You didn't help, but the gay doctor did.
Wait, when were you choking?
Well, we had like a falling out, you and me, and then like Mikhail tried to help, and then I started to choke, and then Mikhail helped me.
Okay, you don't mean literal choking like you ate something wrong. You mean choking in the sense that like you're really angry at me.
No. Choking as in I ate something, like something was stuck in my neck. It was blocking my apple.
I don't remember that.
Well, I don't think you did. You would because you walked away.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, look, we haven't had an argument in a really long time. Let's just point this out: the fact that we have not we have not had an argument probably for the last
Last time we argued
3 years probably.
3 years.
You know, let's just say 2 years to be safe. But I would feel confident saying 3 years as well.
When was the last time we had an argument?
I don't know. That's why I'm saying 3 years.
No, it was somewhere in primary.
Right, which was 4 years ago. So.
Yes.
Okay. Anyway. I'm choking now. No, I'm just kidding. So okay, so Harry Potter. Harry Potter.
Back to the Harry Potter.
Yes. So when I was a kid, like you read Harry Potter when you were a kid, did you?
I did.
Right, and you watched the movies and stuff.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Right, so like I enjoyed them like any good kid my age. I enjoyed them, but then, like as I got older, I was just like, it's not that. Wait, hold on. Okay, I just farted. Okay, so, so as I got older, I was just like, what's so good about it? Like, you know, I was just kind of like, meh, I don't get it.
You don't get it. Kid finds out he's a wizard. He can do magic. He's special all of a sudden.
They're like, all right, okay, he's the chosen one. Okay.
He has a scar. Hey, I have a scar on my hand. I am the chosen one.
Yeah, he legitimately did have a scar though.
No, I do have a scar on my hand though.
Oh, I thought you meant like a scar, like a Fortnite scar.
No, not Fortnite.
I do know about the scar on your hand. But...
Speaking of Fortnite, they're having the new season's coming out tomorrow, or tomorrow. And season 4 is superhero themed.
People who don't know what Fortnite is, they think it's a TV show now.
Yeah, Fortnite season 4. Superheroes come in.
Yeah. Okay.
Sci-fi novel, hero killer.
Hashtag ad.
Hashtag.
Okay,
Yeah.
back to Harry Potter.
Back to Harry Potter. We're getting sidetracked.
So yeah. I kind of grew up and I was just like, I'm not really a fan of Harry. I still maintain a good amount of knowledge of Harry Potter. Like I wouldn't even say more than the average person, but like, it's like you can tell that I used to be a fan because I know like enough to have been like, oh yeah, so you must have been into it. You know, and I never, growing up, I never watched Star Wars. I watched Star Wars for the first time when I was like 14 or 15.
Alright.
So, yeah, I never watched Star Wars growing up. I've never been into Star Wars. When I watched Star Wars, I was like, meh.
I mean, Star Wars prequels is pretty bad.
But that's just like your opinion, man.
But that's your opinion as well.
That's true.
So it's our opinion.
Mm-hmm. But we have different ones, so it's not our opinion.
Kevin Feige, alright.
What?
I said nothing.
Okay. So then I was just like, in general, I kind of grew up to the point where I just don't like. I grew out of stories that have this chosen one element. I don't like stories like that anymore, I should say.
Alright.
You know, so I grew out of that with age, and I feel like a similar thing happened with Marvel. Although obviously Marvel isn't really so much of a chosen one story, but it's more of like Marvel. Okay, this is the thing with Marvel as well, is that I have never liked action movies. Even when I was young, I wasn't into action movies.
Right.
And Marvel movies are action movies. That is what they are.
I see.
And so, when I first watched it, like Avengers came out in 2012, so that was when I was 11. When you were 11 as well.
Yeah, exactly.
And I thought Avengers was awesome. Like genuinely, I thought it was one of the best movies ever. But then, I should say by the time Avengers 2 came out, I had already like lost total interest with Marvel. So like I didn't watch what's it called?
Infinity War.
No, the second one.
Age of Ultron.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't watch Age of Ultron.
But why?
I never watched Age of Ultron, and I'll tell you what. You know what movie made me quit Marvel?
Avengers: Age of Ultron.
No, I just told you I never watched that.
Oh.
So that wouldn't make sense.
Iron Man 2.
No, because then I wouldn't have watched Avengers.
Man 3?
No, I actually thought Iron Man 3 was pretty good. At the time, I don't know how I'd feel about it now. I still really like that twist.
Captain America, the First Avenger.
No, Captain America, the First Avenger is actually... If you ask me now, I haven't seen it, obviously, since the first time I saw it.
Right.
But if you told me to rank the Marvel movies I like the most, at this moment now, thinking back, I would say number 1, Ant-Man.
Right.
And then actually I'd say Captain America, the First Avenger, and then I'd say the Avengers, the first one. That would be my ranking. Based on what I saw previously, I don't know how I would feel about those movies now. Although, okay, so the movie that made me quit Marvel, and I was like, when I saw that movie and it finished, I was just like, that was the most boring movie ever, and I do not want to watch any more of this.
What?
Winter Soldier was and I have told you this before countless times. But
I mean, I guess it's. I mean, Winter Soldier wasn't that strong. I mean, you know.
No, but the thing is, right, a lot of people actually really like Winter Soldier. They think Winter Soldier is one of the absolute best. Like, there was this guy, right? I was listening to this guy talk about the Avengers MC. There's not the Avengers MCU. He was talking about the MCU, and he was like, they were talking about The Godfather, right? The Godfather, like that movie from 1972.
Yeah.
You know, considered one of the greatest movies in cinema history.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, Winter Soldier comes pretty close to The Godfather.
No.
And I'm just like, no. I'm speaking as someone who actually is not a fan of The Godfather. I do understand why it's rated extremely highly. But I am not a fan of The Godfather. I wouldn't watch it again, just because I don't think I'm into mafia movies. So, you know, so I watched The Godfather. I thought, hey,
hello, my little boy.
You know, no, wrong movie. That's Scarface.
Oh. That's Garfield.
That's Scarface.
That's Scarface, right?
That's Scarface with this is my movie buff getting tested. Scarface, Michelle Pfeiffer was in it. But who was the protagonist? I'm pretty sure it was the same guy from The Godfather. Oh my gosh, the guy who plays Michael Corleone. Al Pacino, okay.
Al Pacino.
Alright, Al Pacino. So Al Pacino is the protagonist. Anyway, so I'm not a fan of The Godfather. It's just not my kind of thing. I understand why people like it so much, because I think it is objectively a good movie. It's just that subjectively I'm not a fan of it, just because I'm not into mafia stuff. So that's how I feel about the Godfather. So a comparison of Winter Soldier to The Godfather to me is just like, okay, get real, man, get real. Like, Winter Soldier is not The Godfather.
I agree with that. I didn't like the Winter Soldier, but I didn't hate it. It was like okay kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, and the only good part about Winter Soldier to me, you know what was the only good part about Winter Soldier?
When the reveal or something?
No, Danny Putty is an extra in that movie. Danny Putty was on Community, so that was the best part of the movie for me. Seeing Abed show up in Captain America. That was the best part of the movie. Abed, that's the character's name.
Oh my gosh. And that was the best. I mean, okay, you can't just watch one movie out of the whole thing and be like, oh, all movies are gonna be like this. It's terrible.
Well, okay, I don't think it's fair to say it's fair to say that was the only one I watched, because I did watch the Avengers, you know, and I watched the first Thor movie. I watched all the MCU movies up till Captain America Winter Soldier, and that was bad enough to me that I was just like, okay, I don't want to watch any more of these.
Okay, no, but before that you liked them, right? Like, they were decent to you, right?
Yeah, they were decent. I think when I was younger, like during the time the Avengers came out and Iron Man 3 came out, I was totally behind them. I was like, oh man, these movies are awesome. But then by the time Winter Soldier came out, I kind of like realized, like, yeah, these movies are alright, but they're not on tier with like some of the really amazing movies that have been made.
Wait, didn't Ant-Man come out after Winter Soldier?
Yeah. Okay, so the only Marvel movie I watched after that was Ant-Man, and the only reason I watched Ant-Man was because Paul Rudd was in it, and I'm a huge Paul Rudd fan. Paul Rudd's great.
Paul Rudd's great. Alright, so what if I told you Paul Rudd is gonna be in the Avengers Infinity War?
Yeah, well, you know who else is gonna be in Avengers Infinity War? Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, whatever other Evans brother.
Tom Holland.
Chris Hemsworth, Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
Liam Hemsworth's probably in it.
Tom Holland.
Basically everyone is in it. How much time is Paul Rudd gonna get? He's not gonna get any time. Chris Pratt's in it. Chris Pratt. Okay,
Pratt.
I shouldn't say that as if it's shocking, because at this point he's like an action movie star pretty much. But
oh man, you know what the next Avengers movie is after Infinity War?
Infinity War Part 2.
No, Untitled Avengers film.
That's good. That's
I
funny.
looked it up. I looked up Avengers, right? And then like I saw the list down there, like the cast. Then people also search for, and then one of them was like Untitled Avengers.
Guys, breaking news: the title of the next Avengers movie has been released. It's gonna be called Untitled Avengers Movie.
Oh god.
That would be pretty funny.
Okay, wait, are you gonna watch Ant-Man and Wasp?
Who's playing Janet Van Dyne?
I
I just want to know.
Oh, yeah, okay, fine, I'll check. Lily.
What?
Evangeline Lilly.
Evangeline Lilly?
Evangeline Lilly.
Okay, I don't know who that person is.
I neither do.
Paul
Rudd's in it.
Well, yeah, I figured as much.
Michael Douglas.
Yeah, because he played Hank Pym.
Equals 3 equals Ray William Johnson is in there.
Okay, so I'll say I probably will, but I probably won't watch it in cinema. I watch Ant-Man in the cinema. I probably won't watch Ant-Man and the Wasp in the cinema, but I will probably watch it at some point.
Hey, what if we invite you to go?
So you're gonna invite me to do something I don't want to do? That seems like a great thing. To do.
No, I mean invite you to go watch Ant-Man and Wasp.
Well, no, I don't want to waste money on like something that I may not end up liking. Okay, so the unethicalness of my I'm being unethical, and now I'm being unethical on the internet.
Oh, great.
Dang it. Let's just forget I said that. Sure, I will, maybe.
Alright.
When does that come out anyway?
2018. Wait, yeah, this year.
Okay.
But hey...
That's like saying, when's the 2020 elections gonna be? 2020.
If you don't want to watch Avengers Infinity War, why not watch Justice League Part 2?
You know what? Honestly, right? At this point, I would be more drawn to watching DC movies, because my only experience with DC movies is the Batman trilogy, and I only watched Batman Begins, and I watched a large portion of The Dark Knight Rises.
That was the best.
The second one I watched like a large part of it. I didn't watch until the end, for reasons. But I watched the first one and a lot of the second one, and those movies, I think the Christian Bale Batman movies, those are good, genuinely good, and not just in a superhero sense, but they're good in a movie sense,
Yeah.
And so I just want to watch good movies. I don't want to watch good superhero movies. I want to watch good movies. So that's why I would feel like, oh, DC movies are better, but every DC movie these days flops and gets terrible reviews, so
Except for Wonder Woman. Because that was actually an okay movie.
Yeah. I still haven't watched Wonder Woman. I don't know if I will, because again, like, I'm just not into superhero movies in general.
What if there was a superhero movie about a superhero who was actually human?
You know what's the best superhero movie I've watched? You
what?
know what's my favorite superhero movie?
Green Lantern.
Birdman.
Birdman.
I'm not even kidding when I say that. Birdman is my favorite superhero movie.
I haven't watched it.
Oh, dude, Birdman is actually an amazing film.
It's something about like the inner workings of the guy's head or something, right? I don't know.
I mean, Michael Keaton's character kind of goes crazy.
Alright.
Or he goes through like a midlife crisis sort of thing.
Is the entire movie his midlife crisis or like?
Well, it's about him putting on a play, cause the story is that Michael Keaton is a superhero actor from like the 90s, and now it's the 2010s, and he's washed up and no one cares about him anymore. So he puts on a Broadway play, and he wants to be successful at that. So that's basically the story of it. And it's actually pretty similar to Michael Keaton's own career, because he played Batman a long time ago, and then
it didn't go
and then
well.
I think his career didn't do very well after that, if I'm not mistaken. And now his career is going better off, and he's a fantastic actor. Michael Keaton is a great actor.
No, yeah, I know he's a great actor, but what I'm looking at, I don't believe it.
What?
Okay, DC Comics is Shazam.
What's that?
You don't know Shazam?
The music app?
Not the music app.
What?
The superhero.
Oh, there's a superhero called Shazam? Dude, I think I know what his power is.
What?
He finds people in their cars who have the radio on, and they're like, man, I don't know what this song is. I don't know what this song is. So he listens to it. He's like, oh, I got you. Call me maybe, Carly Rae Jepsen.
No. It's not Shazam. It's not that Shazam.
Okay.
I don't know. It's like this weirdo 5 kids turn into one giant dude that can rival Superman or something. I don't know.
So it's like Captain Planet.
It is like Captain Planet.
Oh my god.
It is actually exactly like Captain Planet.
I was gonna say Naruto, but I was like, oh no, Naruto's one guy becoming 3. This is Captain Planet.
This is Captain Planet. No, but the kids summon him. They don't become him.
Yeah, but it's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, but the kid turns into...
This is even weirder then.
Guess who's playing Shazam?
Guess who's playing Shazam? This is a movie that's gonna come out?
Guess who's playing the superhero named Shazam?
So wait, but there's 5 people you said. You mean there's 5 people and there's gonna be one guy who's gonna play Shazam?
Yeah.
So who's gonna play Shazam? I'm guessing Michael Keaton, considering that's who you were Googling.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Yo, and who's gonna play the 5 kids?
I don't know. The title is like Shazam and then Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And not Dwayne Johnson.
Dude, I just think that means Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is having a partnership with the app.
No. You know what would be crazy? Maybe Dwayne Johnson is so caught up on himself and stuff. He creates he wants to be in the movie Shazam, but it's only gonna be him.
Do you know what this is like? This is like a bad remake of Kazam, the Shaquille O'Neal movie.
Oh my gosh, dude! Yes, it is Kazam.
They even got another big guy to play him. You know who Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson should play in the MCU?
Who?
The Thing.
Yes, I agree.
He already sort of looks like the Thing. Okay, that wasn't bad taste.
That was a bit offensive. Sorry, Dwayne.
Yo, don't call him Dwayne. Call him Rock.
Sorry, Rocky. Pebble.
That's offensive.
No, I didn't call him the Skin. I called him a pebble. Because he's the Rock. Get it? I want him to kill me.
Okay.
Justice League Dark. Dare they enter the House of Mystery? Do they dare?
Anyway.
Well, back to you.
So yeah, I don't like the Avengers movies and Marvel movies because I just feel like it's too much action, no people. I demand more of cinema is basically what I'm saying.
Have you watched Whiplash?
No, I haven't, but you did recommend that to me and I will watch it at some point. In fact, I should add it to my list of movies that I'm gonna watch.
You should have done that. You should have done that when I recommended it to you.
I mean, I will. I really feel like I will watch it. I actually read a Reddit comment about it the other day. It was interesting, yeah.
You see. It's interesting. You know who else is gonna be in the DC universe?
Who?
Steve Carell.
You're kidding. No, you're kidding.
I'm not kidding.
No, you are. What is it then? What is it?
He's gonna be in the Aquaman movie.
He's gonna be in the Aquaman movie playing who? Playing Gru? Aquaman! You're not going to get away with this for long!
That's actually a pretty good impression
No,
of him.
I actually thought it was terrible.
No, it's actually pretty good.
You're not gonna get away with this for long.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Superman! Don't come to Mother Russia or else I will Mother crush ya!
Oh my god.
I don't know what that was. It's terrible.
That was amazing.
Okay. No,
Anyway.
I feel like I need to Google this because Steve Carell's my favorite actor. How can he be going into Aquaman?
Steve Carell in Aquaman?
Steve Carell, Aquarius video, Aquaman. I feel like this is made up, man. Okay, so there's a clip of him saying, "I am Aquaman." I feel like that's why you said it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Steve
Nice.
Carell. Okay, in the Marvel universe, who do you think Steve Carell? No, he is Aquaman, dude. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna send you.
It's a quote from the 40-Year-Old Virgin.
No, it's not. No, it's
Yeah,
not.
it is.
I will
Which is
prove
a
it to
good
you.
movie,
I will
by the way.
send you
That's
an
a good
image.
movie.
Post this image.
Have you
video.
seen that movie?
It's Steve Carell as Aquaman. What?
Have you seen that movie?
What movie?
The 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah, I have.
Okay, it's a great movie. So funny.
It was a great movie. It was pretty funny. Look at Skype, and then you will see the new Aquaman, Steve Carell.
Okay, that is from. Okay, I'm gonna edit that in.
Yeah.
Send it to my phone. I'll send it to my phone as well. That is a picture from I believe Anchorman, the second Anchorman. It might be the first, but I think it's the second.
But you see, I was telling the truth.
But he's not Aquaman. That's just him as Brick Tamlin.
Brick Tamlin is Aquaman.
Speaking of Steve Carell, what other projects are you gonna do in the future?
I don't know. Let's find out. Shall
He's
we?
awesome, man. So
He's gonna do Despicable Me 3.
no, that's already out.
Oh, right. Despicable Me 5.
I think there should be a fourth one first.
Well, why are you okay? I can't do a Gru impression. I really just can't. Is Dan in real life a good show?
I haven't seen it, although I do kind of want to watch it. But it's one of those indie films, you know, and you just don't know sometimes.
Seeking a friend for the end of the universe.
For the end of the world.
End of the world.
I haven't seen that either, although I do. Basically, I'm gonna watch every Steve Carell movie.
Steve Carell
At
is
some point.
is in Battle of the Sexes. What?
Yeah, he
Oh,
played,
he
he played
is.
Bobby Riggs.
Yeah, he is. I haven't watched Battle of the Sexes. Also, you said you were gonna watch every Steve Carell movie.
Yeah, and every Tom Hanks movie. Although I will not include things that are like, oh, that's obviously bad.
Oh.
If I know it's gonna be bad, I'm not gonna watch that.
What about Over the Hedge?
I have never heard of that.
It's an animated movie with Steve Carell in it.
Yeah, well, how about Horton Hears a Who?
Well, what about the incredible Burt Wonderson?
He was in that movie with Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
And that other guy, the guy with the weird voice, I forgot his name.
Steve Urkel?
No.
And then there's a new movie coming out called Beautiful Boy.
Yeah. Post-production.
Oh, it's a biographical drama. Never mind.
Oh god, I accidentally clicked on Last Flag Flying. Dang it, I clicked on Last Flag Flying again. Hey, Amy Ryan is in this. And Timothy Chalamet. And it's produced by Brad Pitt. What?
What? Where? Who? Where?
It's gonna be released by Amazon Studios though.
Where? What movie?
Beautiful Boy.
What, really?
It's gonna have Steve Carell, Timothy Chalamet in it, and it's gonna have Amy Ryan in it if you guys know who Amy Ryan is, and Brad Pitt is gonna be a producer.
Whoa! Beautiful boy. What a beautiful boy.
You didn't know.
Sleepover? Oh my gosh, Sleepover. Sleepover was a game, right? Or was it?
Oh,
No,
he's gonna be in the Chaney film. Oh, that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be. I think this movie could be good. This Chaney film.
Chaney?
Yeah, this Chaney film, Chaney biographical drama. Brad Pitt is also gonna be a producer on that, but because this film is gonna be written and directed by Adam McKay, who also.
Steve Carell is in The Simpsons.
He may have voiced someone at one point.
But he's in The Simpsons.
Also, Dick Cheney's gonna be played by Christian Bale, also known as a British person.
Wow. Christmas Bale?
What?
Christmas Bale. Well, looks like that's up for our time today.
Yeah, that is true.
Grammar bad.
I think what's important to note is
we just went off track.
we went off track, but we talked about things that were cool.
We did.
Okay, so any last
the new Aquaman.
All right, anything
Looking at you.
any last words to say?
Steve Carell, I'm in your shower.